problem. Min Jae's director doesn't want anything to do with it at first, but Min Jae convinces him by pointing out this could be a great political move for his career. The director ends up signing the petition, and so do various of his politician friends, including the mayor of Seoul and the minister of gender equality. The day of Min Jae's interview comes and he wears the suit, finding a good luck charm in his pocket that Ok Boon left for him. When the interviewers ask him about his family, he says he has a little brother but also a granny. After the interview is over, he sees on the news that the petition wasn't approved because Japan demands hard evidence, so he rushes to Ok Boon's house to retrieve her old picture. In Washington, D.C., protesters gather outside Congress to show their support for comfort women's rights. The first one to talk is Michelle Van Jansen, a woman forced to comfort at hotels by the Japanese in 1942 when she was 21. She tells all the gruesome details of her experience, including the fact she cut her hair to look uglier so the soldiers wouldn't choose her, but she only became an object of curiosity. They beat her, kept her locked, and treated her as less than a dog, but the congressman won't believe her, explaining the Japanese government said comfort women were volunteers that did it for money and were treated better than the soldiers themselves. Michelle calls them all ridiculous before passing her turn to Ok Boon. The congressman protests though because she still hasn't handed in her proof and her testimony could be a lie, but the judge decides to let her talk and let that other issue be solved later. Ok Boon is very nervous and freezes in front of everyone, but before they can take her out, she hears a voice asking, "How are you?" It's Min Jae, who has come to bring the photograph and is now being stopped by security. Ji Myo tells them he's part of their organization and takes the picture to give it to the judge as proof, so now that she has her friend's support, Ok Boon finally talks. She raises her shirt and shows the scars Japanese soldiers carved on her belly while telling everyone about her terrible experience in Korean, which thankfully the interpreter translates accurately. She and her body are the evidence. Then she reads Young Sim's speech in English, which is put on Korean TV, so her neighbors are watching her and so is Young Sim, who manages a moment of mental clarity to be proud of her friend. The speech is met with a round of applause, and on their